Take stock in what I'm saying here today, folks. I promise you, one of these things you're stuck on. And that's it. That's the thing. It's you. Every single one of these things I've talked about, these 4 central tenets that keeps you from trusting and knowing that your model will deliver, it's all you. You. It was me. It will be the person that you see come up in the marketplace next. Your buddy, your friend, your coworker, your relative that says, hey, I want to do what you're doing once you find consistently profitable trading. And they'll have these same things that they have to work through. And generally, they're in this order: impatience, impulsiveness, fear, greed. See, greed, you don't really necessarily feel greed in the beginning because you don't know if it can work or not. I don't think that the initial interest in trading and trying to make money is greed. That's just morbid curiosity, because we're not really like average people to be willing to put ourselves through this kind of shit, which is a testimony to a great deal of people that say, traders are weak-minded people. They're not. Even the people that are consistently losing, think about it. Think about what they're doing. If they're willing to keep resetting their account, they're willing to put more money into a trading account. Is that a weak person? Fuck no, that's not weak. That's somebody that's fucking determined. They're just misinformed. They have no idea how to control themselves and or find a model. If you give them control over themselves, coping skills to help them realize that they are the problem, and you give them a sound model, they will whip the shit out of you, because they have the tenacity that's necessary in this business. This industry is a vampire. It many times sucks the lifeblood out of everyone. They don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do it. I had members in my mentorship that paid me. Never listened to me. Never proved that they were doing anything. Never fucking used the insight about what I was saying about the marketplace. The euro was going to go here. The British pound was going to go here. The dollar was going to go here. It's going to keep going down until it goes here. That's what I do when I do reviews. I'm pointing to a higher time frame daily chart and submit to it. And then I'll show examples of what I did or what other people have done in the community. And they did something completely opposite. They blow their account and they fucking sent me an email. It's only one person that did this. One person sent me a fucking email and said, you ruined my fucking life, ICT. I did by calling the fucking future before it fucking happened, made fucking profitable fucking students using the same fucking thing that you listened to at that time. I ruined your life. You're a fucking train wreck. You have to fix yourself. I can't fix that for you. I'm a realist. That's why I talk the way I talk. I know that there are going to be people out here that are going to try to do this stuff and blame everything externally on me, something else, the fucking weather, whatever it is. You are a warped mind that needs to be fixed. And I don't have the skills or the ability to fix that. That's a head and ass syndrome, and you have to fix that on your own. I can't do it. I'm not qualified. But once you unfuck yourself, I can make you a profitable student. I can make you a profitable trader. I can make you a fucking millionaire if you just listen to me. But if you don't want to listen, you want to stay impulsive. I know he said it's going to go here, and he's been fucking right about 95% of the time. But today I think he's wrong, and I'm going to go in and fade him and then lose your ass. You don't want to own it? You don't want to swallow? That's on you. I'm still sleeping the same way I'm sleeping, living the way I'm living. All my students that are making money and doing what they're supposed to be doing, they're not skipping a beat either. You thought I forgot about you. I didn't forget about you. I think about you all the time. You're an audience of one. I've never had anybody send me an email that said I ruined their life, but you. And it's been a year and 2 months or so since you sent that. And I think about you all the time. I'm hoping that you're fixing yourself, because there's no excuse now. You can see it. There's people all around the world using what you've learned. And I made it even easier with the YouTube lectures. all that stuff, that 2022 model, I actually taught that in a commentary in the mentorship. But because most people don't take notes, they weren't paying attention, that was already taught, literally spelled out, went right over their head. All these things are simple to conquer, but they require time and application and replacing what you are negatively doing with the positive things I'm telling you to do. And over time, the default response internally is that you won't fall victim to these things. It doesn't mean you won't see or feel the impulses of them creeping in. You'll say, I know what this is going to do. If I do that, I'm not going to do that. But there will be periods in your life when you're weak. And I'm weak right now. I'm fatigued. My firstborn almost took himself out. And I wanted a victim yesterday. I got it, but I did something I shouldn't have done. I traded in a time when I should not have traded. I gave myself over to my emotions. And I'm telling you, even though I made money, that doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right. It's wrong. I should not have done it. And I feel guilty because as an educator, as a person a principal, I know I should not have done that. But I'm at a weekend, and I'm not just, please believe I'm not justifying this at all, but I am absolutely human. I have frailties like all of you. And I'm trying my best to wrestle through this. And one of the things I know I can do very well is go into the market and take from those that don't know. So once I did it, I reflected on it. And I thought to myself, I shouldn't have done that. So I'm confessing in front of you today that I beat the fuck out of him yesterday, and I feel bad about it. Because I did it at a time when I shouldn't have done it. I was basically drunk, not on alcohol, but I had a bloodlust. I wanted to hurt somebody else because I'm in pain. I'm scared. I'm afraid of my son. He's not out of the woods yet. He's getting better, but he's not out of the woods. So once you get through all this stuff, how do you know your model will deliver? Well, you focus on how. How will you engage price? That means, are you going to be a day trader? Are you going to be a swing trader? Are you going to be a scalper? Some of you think, well, I want to be a scalper because I don't feel comfortable in the marketplace and I want to get in and get out, and I'll be able to avoid losing trades, because if I can get in real quick, use these really small time frames, ICT is using 15-second charts now, that's probably the answer. It's not. That's just me being me. You can trade on a daily chart. Trade less and do probably way better if it fits your personality. I have a very short-term attention span. I change my mind a lot frequently. So that's why I can excel in very, very small time frames. You may not have that. That doesn't mean you're stupid. Doesn't mean you're thick or incapable of trading. It just means that your personality is a little bit slower at pace. It takes you a little bit more information and time to figure out what you want to do. Okay, you might be a good swing trader. If you're really fucking indecisive and it's really taking you a lot to come to the conclusion about what you think the market's going to do, you're a perfect position trader, because it's going to take a whole lot more things to change your mind about the marketplace. And those words are as close as verbatim as I can get from what I learned from Larry Williams. He nailed that shit when he said that. And I believe that wholeheartedly. And when I applied it to myself, it worked. When I tried to be a long-term position trader, it was fucking murderous to me. I couldn't do it. Every little fluctuation in price was driving me nuts. I couldn't stick with it. If you feel that way, you have to apply what your personality is to your trading. And find an approach to trading, whether it be short-term, intraday, scalping, day trading, where you trade the full daily range, short-term trading, where you use the weekly range and you use 4-hour or 1-hour charts to time a setup that would be just like you would expect on the 1-minute chart for like model 2022 or a silver bullet. That same mindset being applied to a 4-hour, 1-hour chart, you can be a swing trader there. Short-term trader there. If you know day trading, you can pyramid using smaller time frames within that price run and parlay it up to even, much more than you'd ever imagine. But you can't do that right away. There's a lot of things you have to learn. But you have to know how you're going to do it. That means how you are going to engage price. Once you understand what you're going to do in terms of how, what is it you're waiting for in price? The what. We're looking at 4 things here: how, what, why, and when. How you're engaging price. That means what your model of engagement is: short-term trading, scalping, swing trading, position trading. But what are you patiently waiting for? What have you been doing case studies on? What are you conditioning yourself to anticipate in price action? Is it the silver bullet? Is it model 2022? Is it standard optimal trade entry? Are you looking for breakers? Like what is it you're looking for? Are you looking for reactions to old highs and reversals? So like turtle soup or climax reversal patterns, because you're a contrarian. That's the what. That's that model, that your model. That's what you're looking for, what you're patiently waiting for. You're not shifting in and out of different things ICT's talked about before. The one thing that you feel drawn to in your studies that makes most sense to you, your early initial evidence of building an affinity for a specific thing I've either taught or mentioned, that's the one you start with. It doesn't mean abandon it when I release something new. You're hurting yourself when you do that. This is my shit, my creations. And I'm telling you, honestly, if you're dropping whatever you're working on, every time I present something new, thinking that's the thing that you needed better, you've wasted your time, and you're wasting your valuable time in developing understanding about price and yourself. Because the first part of this presentation today is paramount to you ever finding how a model will deliver consistently. You'll be too busy wrestling with yourself. Why? Why? What is it you're doing in price action? What is it that you're doing that trusts that model? The why behind why price should be doing what it's doing. The narrative is basically what I'm saying. Why should price react this way? Why should it, or why will it not do this very thing that you're expecting in price? You have to have an understanding of narrative. What makes this market likely to behave a certain way? If the market is expected to go lower, you've been anticipating the market going lower on the weekly chart. There's something down there, 150 handles below where we're at the close on Friday. So your analysis on the weekend before the market opens up, you're anticipating that it's likely to draw down 150 handles. Okay, that sets the tone for your bias going into the week. Then you want to see how we open on Sunday. On Monday morning, see how we traded overnight, what we did in the London session, and then how we primed for Monday's opening. What you would expect to see is a rally higher that's rejected. A clear and obvious shift in market structure with a displacement leg that has a fair value gap. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. But you don't want that. You want fucking laser fucking lights and fucking shit flying across your fucking charts and all that kind of stuff. Because it's entertainment then. Fuck entertainment. I'm entertaining myself with the fucking money I'm making. Okay? I'm at war right now. I'm taking somebody's fucking head off in this marketplace. Everybody that gets in there, it's on the other side of my trade, it's falling on my sword. The why is why this market's going to fuck the average person that doesn't know what they're doing. That's narrative. How is this going to hurt the average retail trader? That's the most succinct, easiest, straightforward, no fucking punches held explanation of narrative. Because that's exactly what it's doing. The less informed street money. How is it going to unwind on them? How is it going to remove them? How is it going to take from them? How is it going to stop them out so they can give their feet up on the bus? That's narrative. You can't read a chapter in a book. I can't talk about it in a long-winded video or a playlist. It needs to be experienced over months, seeing what price does. So 40-day bullshit don't work. 1 week boot camps don't fucking work. 1 year is a good foundation, but that's not enough either to be consistently profitable and that you'll fucking know that your model will deliver. Deliver to who? You. Price is doing whatever it wants to do. It's unaware that you have an interest in taking a trade. You haven't entered it yet. You're not in the marketplace. You're not part of the open interest right now. You're just in a part of, I'm watching price and see what happens. It's not even aware of you. But you have to trust this model will deliver for you. I love all of you as my students. I want to see you do all of you do well. But when I'm in a trade, this is the truth. I don't give a fuck if you're on the other side of it. I don't care. You made the mistake. You pay for it. That's what your mindset should be. Now, I'll leave it to you. You can wrestle with all that moral, bullshit about it. But the bottom line is whenever you win, whenever you make a profitable trade, you have taken from someone. And if that is a moral conflict for you, then you have to figure that out or stop trading. But here, we're fucking killers. We're savages. We're out here. We're meat-eating motherfuckers, vampires, sucking the blood out of the retail mindset. We are literally caving their fucking skulls in, walking all over their fucking corpse, and picking their pockets before we fucking leave. And if you want to say it any other way to make it more palatable for you, then that's your business. But that's just the way it is for me. That's how I look at it. It's barbaric, yes. But that's how I look at it, because I was that motherfucker that got stomped up and my pockets were picked when I was 20 years old. I know what that feels like. I'm coming back for retribution. I want my reparations, motherfucker. Give me my shit with interest. That's how I'm looking at it. Every time I go in there, I want somebody's ass on a silver platter, and I'm going home with it, parading it around. That's just the way it is. This is not 401k fucking investments, okay? Sit back and passively earn income. Fuck that. There's nothing passive. We are aggressively going out there, taking it by fucking force. We're waiting in ambush, waiting for this shit. Come into our crosshairs. Step in this fucking vantage point, and I'm going to pounce on your ass. We are predators here. We are apex fucking predators. We're not scavenging. We're not going around and picking up what was left. We're not fucking vultures. They sit around and watch shit. And when the real work's done, the carcasses that are left, whatever meat's left over, then they go over there and eat on that. Fuck that shit. I want the prime cuts. I want that shit fresh off the bone. Some of you vegetarians are probably squeamish right now. Change it to whatever you want to call it. That's just how I think about things. So we talked about how, what, and why, but when? At a specific time of day, on a specific day, calendar and time of day. Everything, just like your favorite programs. The show Billions just came back on, and for whatever reason, I was unable to keep up with it. I think it was like halfway through the first season. I know it's supposed to be a good show, and what I liked about it and what I saw was good, but does that fucking show or any show that you like watching just come on whenever it wants to fucking come on, random times, every day, every week? It's something different. Fuck no. It's scheduled. Your model is a scheduled delivery for you. You have work hours. You have a time window. This is when I'm going to work. And when it's done, I turn the shit off.